What is up? I am just going to mess around with some Tour 11 today. I'll probably play a hole or two, and then I screen recorded my tournament chess from this morning when I opened everything up. So I got some good results in the tournament. The chests were hit and miss like they always are. Some good, some bad, some not so whatever, who cares. I finished, for those of you who don't know, I've made a third account finally, and I was playing pro with that one. Really low level clubs, and I finished ninth. I got a third place finish here and a seventh. I believe seventh place finish with Bob Jr. So pretty good. Overall, really happy with the results from this tournament. Not my favorite one. Kind of knew that going in during the qualifying rounds. Even mentioned like this is going to be a little bit ridiculous as far as the scoring goes. Kind of was going to feel like minus 30 was going to be par. So did a 35 and a 33 in expert, so pretty happy with that considering what kind of my goals were at the beginning of the week. Was lucky that the 35 held for a bronze. There were definitely some difficult brackets, and managed to avoid some of those and managed the bronze with the 35, so happy about that. Yeah. Mr. Anderson, what's going on? Thanks for being here. How are you today? Appreciate it. See if we can have some fun on Tour 11 today. See what we can do. Kind of been hit and miss with how things are going T11 wise. So seem to be in one of those streaky modes now where I'm either winning a lot or not so much anything. All right, we're going to run this one up. Let's go there. We'll just kind of eyeball it as, we'll just call it 1-1, like a mid plus 10. Who knows? It's tour play. Unlikely to go in. We don't really have an exact measurement. Might as well just kind of play around with it. It's kind of one of the fun things about tour play for me is the ability to kind of get creative and, not too shabby. You don't have to be quite, you want to be precise still, obviously, but as opposed to tournament play where you're trying to get your drives dialed in to a consistent distance every time, and you kind of know from there what your adjustment's going to be. You're kind of just winging it in tour play. Yeah, you want to have a general idea, obviously, of how you want to attack the holes and everything. Like this one's generally like a 10% over adjustment, so we look to be just about mid-range there. Mid is 1.1 to 1 for me, so plus 10%, it usually works out to just about 1 to 1. But without really knowing, it's kind of pointless to sit there and measure it out exactly because, who knows what the actual adjustment's supposed to be. So for those, I would rather just make sure that my angle is straight and then go from there. Had a busy weekend, did you? Oh, what's up, Sean? Good to see you, brother. How you doing today? So you'll see me do that relatively often in tour play. If a wind requires more than a 10-ring adjustment, then shootouts are a different matter where you really do want to be more precise. But even then, I'll still do it. If it's in between like 10 and 11, I'll still usually just kind of eyeball it. Because it's easier for me to just kind of estimate that, and that way you make sure you get the angle of your pole exactly right, and you don't mess it up when you're trying to move the screen back and move it around and everything, and you can twist things up and then have the second pole coming up at the wrong angle and everything else. Oh, come on, man. You don't want to match me? I'm terrible. You don't got anything to worry about. Oh. Let's see here. With this headwind, I got an APOC on, right? With APOC 7, I'll probably just go 1-to-1 again. If I had a Thor 7 on, then it would be like 1-to-1 plus 10% thereabouts. But with APOC, I'm just going to play it as 1-to-1. Call it good. See what we can do. This hole is just annoying. Like, it's so hard to. It seems like it's just so hard to get anything consistent going to the pin. Like, just a little bit off, and it'll be so far away. There's a nice roll coming in this angle that he's got from left to right that'll funnel it towards it. But you see there, like, how short he came up. But that's not a bad shot for this hole, all things considered. That's a pretty good shot. All right, we'll go right there. We said 1-to-1, right? I'm going to do a little 1201 angle here so it hangs out and kind of offsets that secondary wind effect. Yeah. If you are trying to match, there's a pretty significant delay. So short. Come on. Dang it. On the stream, let's see. It looks like it's running about, we'll call it 10 to 15 seconds, thereabouts. So if you are trying to match up, then keep that in mind. See if we can get a rematch with the GOAT here. Oh, nice. Yeah, not my favorite shootout there for sure. One of my least favorites that's on 11 now at this point. I mess around with the adjustments and everything. It just doesn't seem like they do anything. I don't know if that makes sense or not, but that's kind of just what it feels like to me. It just plays inconsistent. I can't figure out what to do to change that. I'm gonna just lay up here for a rough bump. Minus 10%. One take off one to 12.3, 11, 12.3. Like about 4 rings of OP. Looks like oh, nope, didn't catch the rough. Got over it. Might have needed just a notch more of OP, but that's exactly where we want to be here. It plays as a significant downhill shot. And looks like the wind's probably going to be cranked up for it, so nothing that we're likely to make. This rough bump play is fairly inconsistent anyway. But it's a real safe, easy way to lay up here. I would suggest the APOC though, with any kind of headwind, because you saw there how much OP was needed. It would be probably full OP with Thor, with any kind of headwind at all. Similar kind of shot, except for our opponent goes down the left edge. The reason I don't like doing that is because it's real easy to catch that slope there. He did land well short of it, but it's real easy to catch that slope and roll down into the rough. Okay. Make sure we got the ball guide well through the pin here. There's that little glitchy spot. I'm going to go use some right spin to try and avoid that. We'll go outside right edge. Plus 15. We'll call it plus 1.5, so 11.3. Hey, what's up, Radu? Thanks for the good luck. Much appreciated. Got the zoom in, but not enough of an adjustment. Needed a little bit more, but gave it a shot. Didn't leave it short, which is never something you want to do. I mean, you always want to make sure to at least give yourself a chance. Don't want to stay short. You know, it's the same old adage is plays in real golf as well. When you're putting, don't want to leave it short. Give it a shot. Leaving it short doesn't even give it a chance. Dale in the house as well. What's up? And Eric. Look at everybody jumping in here. Appreciate it, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. Thanks for saying what's up in the chat. Thanks for all the good lucks. It is much appreciated. I was screwing around with trying to get OBS set up. I've got my wife's laptop now to use for it, so I am really looking forward to trying to see what I can do with that. Hers is much nicer than mine, so I've got access to it now, and I think I can get it up and running. Was messing around with a couple of the stuff straight from my phone. I don't know if you guys saw it earlier, but like I didn't realize it was happening. I was messing around with the OBS app and the OBS Deck app, and it kept, as I was doing stuff to try and figure out how to use it, because I'm fairly technologically illiterate. It kept scheduling streams on my channel, so like I went to look at it and I had like 5 different streams with all the same titles scheduled within about 15 minutes of each other as I was going through. Like, what the? So I had to go through and clear all those out earlier, but I think I'll be able to get it worked out and set up and have a nice cleaner looking, more professional looking stream than just going straight from my phone. Although there is something to be said for just using this, because it keeps it nice and simple and it's really, really easy. So there is something to be said for that, for sure. Oh, appreciate that, Radu. Yeah, I'll probably need it. I'm still working through it to see what I can and can't figure out on my own, but I'll definitely reach out with any questions I got. I'm a resident in 11, so it's very possible, Eric. Bob and Bob Jr. are my 2 accounts that play in here. Junior's in the Bushwhackers, 19th Bushwhackers. So, oh geez, all the left, and we're gonna use 6 and a notch of backspin here. I'm gonna play this as a blind setup. So our landing position, I'm just eyeballing it, is the edge of that white ring. I'm going to go plus 30 at a min. 8, 10, 7. We're already at 5. We need 2.8 more. A decent amount of curl as well here, because the secondary wind effect is massive on this hole. Oh, still needed even a little bit more backspin there. It was mostly a crosswind. That's kind of why. Generally, I only use between 5 and 6 there, but because that was such a crosswind rather than a really strong headwind, I cranked it up a notch. But even could have still used a little bit more. Hey, Jim North in the house. What's going on? How are you today, sir? Thanks for being here. Much appreciated. Come on, goat. We need a rubber match. I guess he doesn't want it. That's fine. That's fine, Mr. Goat. That's just fine. We got our pin chest. I guess now might as well be a time, since we got a break in between. I'll go ahead and show the my chest openings. Let's start with Bob Jr. How about? I believe I finished 7th here with a 33. So again, a nice bracket to be in. Although the Keith up at the top, congrats to him on the gold. 37 is outstanding. So well done, Keith. That's awesome. But another top 10 banner, so we will definitely take that. So there's our top 10. And we got our coins, and on this account and on my main account, all of the commons and rares obviously are maxed. So the only cards that we really care about at this point are the epics. And to be honest, I can't even remember which ones I got on here. I think it might have been Spitfire. I can't remember. I don't know. We'll see, I guess. I'll just keep watching because I already forgot. None of these matter at all. Oh, it's the Endbringer. Nice. Right on. And I think it was like Endbringer. Oh, yeah, Endbringer and Spitfire. So good one there for sure. Two very useful ones. I cannot wait until I get a Spitfire 7. I switched over to the Endbringer 7 on my main account. So I'm using that one. I finally switched over from the Rapier once I got it to level 7. So looking forward to getting the Endbringer on that one up to there as well. You see GC Matt up top on this one and Bad Bird right below me. So bracket with some familiar faces, and congrats to Matt on the banner. 35, soft bracket, who cares? A gold's a gold's a gold. So congrats to him, and I will take a bronze as well. Good amount of clan points here. And again, don't really care about any of these. They're just... It's when they first came out with the Prism chest, I actually added up just about how many days I would be able to go without earning any more from that point, and 45 APOC cards. So bing, bang, boom. Really cool there. And some Saharas, who cares? And some Hammerheads. Could be worse. Definitely take the APOC cards. But with the Prism chest thing, the thing was, it was I had I think it was, so here we see at the addition of the bronze banner, I think I had enough to actually trade in every day for 2 years without earning any more. So finally we got Baby Bob. Baby Bob with the second pro top 10. Excited about that one. A couple mistakes, but with the clubs that I've got, I'm excited about the 29. And I will definitely take the top 10. And this is the one where I'm still upgrading everything. So every card is important on this one. The addition of the top 10 there, that's awesome. A good number of coins and clan points. Obviously not the same as we'd be looking at in Expert, but not too shabby. Some Dart, some Viper, a whole bunch of useless nonsense. Saturn can be useful once you get it upgraded. B-52, I will definitely take that. That's nice. Big Dog, also nice, while I'm still working on getting my Cataclysm upgraded. Goliath, too, cool. Grizzly. The Grizzly upgrade is one that I'm stoked about. And the Thor's Hammer upgrade is one that I'm definitely stoked about. Super pumped to be getting up to level 4 there. And we unlocked the Big Topper, which, kind of ho-hum, but can be useful in tournament play if you don't have a level 7 Thor's Hammer at that point. You go ahead and use that one, so that's kind of nice. And also get bumped up into the Master 3 division for weekly, so that's kind of cool too. So I went ahead and recorded the chest that I got, the Tour 12 chest here. Nothing too crazy, but it's a nice little reward for a new account to be able to get some of those extra cards. So nice. Oh, appreciate that, Jim. Yeah. Ryan, I have next season, I have a home for everything. I'm going to be pushing C100, pushing with the 19th Hole Hunters. My boy Eric from Bushwhackers is taking over for their push next season, and I've already committed to moving one in there. I'm going to leave my main account here in my clan, and then move Baby Bob into the Bushwhackers, because I cannot leave those mofos. Absolutely not, no. But seasons after that, I'll definitely look into that. I will hit you up for sure. But next season, I'm already spoken for. Another C100 push should be fun. Not sure how many points I'll end up doing. I pledged 8, but I told Eric I'd probably do more. 8K, that is. Last time I C100 push, I did 12. I've done 14 one time, but it's a lot. It really is. It's quite a bit to try and commit that much time to the game. Even as much as I love it, it's a lot to commit to for sure. I'm going to actually switch. I feel there's not a really strong, a massive headwind here. And I prefer to, if I can, have the Thor on versus the APOC. So let's go ahead and do that. Hopefully that avoids the rough on the right. Thor 7 power, nice accuracy, should stay away from it. Any kind of headwind on this one, you are going to want to make sure that you have your long wood on, Cataclysm or Big Dog, as opposed to a sniper, just to make sure that you can reach. If you can get down there is super deep, then definitely the sniper's still in play, and it's a tricky one, but you want to make sure you have the reach. So anytime I see a headwind on this hole, I put my Catabag on. What's the name of that clan? Do you want me to call you Ryan or Jay? I don't know. Sorry. I guess I should ask what your preference is. I kind of been all over the place. Because I play against several clans, people who have some sort of USMC affiliations. You see him out there. We're going to offset this one well right. So 10.8, 8 is 10.4, and then so we'll go 8.3. Good rollout there. Good speed. Just a little off. We're just chock full Marines in here today, are we? Yeah, Jim, the hole-in-ones on 8 were something that I was not expecting. It just kept finding it. Something I talked about in the Bushwhackers chat. Coming into the week, I had only had one par 4 ace lifetime, and it was a slice Titan shot. So it was also in tournament play, but it was pretty sick. So to drain 3 of them in 1 week. Was not something I was even remotely expecting, but was super excited about for sure. Oh, nice. Par jar hits. All right. Okay, Ryan, I'll stick with that. Sounds good. We got relegated. My clan got relegated to Master 2 or Master 1, but we'll be back in Master 2. This season. Good tournament finish, bumped us up to 3rd place in our division. We were Master 2 last season, but got relegated as I was focused more on our C100 push with the Bushwhackers. Not sure what happened there or if I am still live. 5 is 6.5, 8.3, 6 is 7, 8, so 6.5. Under-adjusted that one. Came in way right and deep. Interesting. I don't know why I have that issues sometimes randomly with Omlet, where it shoots a message up. It'll kind of spin on the screen if you're watching. I get a message that says it's offline, but it lets me just pop the screen recording thing back on, and I'm right back on. So it's kind of nice because when I had issues like that on Do, it would stop entirely, and I couldn't restart it without starting a whole new stream. So at least with this, if I act quickly enough, it seems to be okay and jump right back into the stream. So that's nice. But yeah, still, like I was talking about earlier, really looking forward to digging in and trying to get a nice OBS setup and going from there. That way you can see my beautiful mug while I'm doing this. I'll have proof that I'm not using any notes or calculators or anything too. If anybody wants to, I mean, I don't have haters. I know that there are some streamers out there whose success has perhaps caused some jealousy. I'll just leave it at that. But if somebody were to decide for whatever reason they didn't particularly care for me, they could say like, oh, this dude says that he's doing all this stuff in his head, but he's not on screen, so who can believe him? But I promise I do. I'm just doing all these. I do have notes that I use for tournaments, but I don't have any calculators or WindApp or anything. All the adjustments and math is just done in my head. So I did snap a picture of my notes though for the for this last tournament. There was a not a scandal or anything, but it was funny because not this last tournament, but the one before, the Bushwhackers the link for the Bushwhackers expert notes got sent outside of the clan somehow. People were in there looking at it, so it was. I took a picture of my tournament notes because they're just chicken scratch. Like nobody could possibly get anything out of them, I don't think, except for me, because it was just ridiculous. And it's all just pen and paper on a notebook. And I said, don't share the link, mofo. It is chicken scratch. That's all it is. I have good handwriting, so there's a conundrum. I can write legibly or I can write quickly, but I cannot do both. So if I'm writing notes, usually for just myself, then I write quick, because nobody else has to read them, so I don't have to worry about it. But if I have to write something where like someone else has to read it, I have to take my time and do block lettering, because otherwise it'll just be ridiculous. And I kind of got used to that in the Marines, just writing all caps block lettering. That way it's you had to do that on a number of forms, and it was just easier. I kind of got used to that, and that way I can make sure that it's all legible and stuff. But when it's just my own personal notes, then who cares? So I sent that picture of it. Actually, it was in that folder with the videos from my chest openings. So maybe I'll pop that back open and show you what it looks like. Min. Play some offset games. 1-to-1. We'll call it 1-to-1 minus 5%, let's say. So we'll take off 0.5. Play it as a 10.5. See what that does for us. Hung it out right. Over adjusted, so if we're dead at min there, just making a mental note to play it min plus 10, so minus 10% instead. It's probably a one ring off, so it's actually probably closer to minus 15 at a min, but if I was a whole ring off, then 9.5, and I was at 11, so yeah, that'd be 15. I also mentioned, it was funny, like, you can kind of tell I've got, I just use the same notebook. I have a notebook that actually my old boss gave to me for Christmas last year. It's nice leather bound, kind of small, but it's got the Blues logo on the front, so pretty sweet there. But I was saying, like, it's funny because, oh Jesus. All right, hold on. I'll keep talking in a minute, but. Just a notch of backspin here, and I'm going to go 1-to-1 minus 10%, so 12. Take off 1.4 is 12.4. And this time I actually am going to measure it all out because it's crazy. 8.4. 12. Got a release from the right. Oh, no. Not even close. Well, that's frustrating. Oh, the block lettering is? Yeah. Alright, so I guess with headwind there, we're going to have to play it probably 1-1 then. So min plus... What's that? Min is 1.4 to 1. Min plus 40. Oh, geez. Just play 1-1. Whatever. That'll be the easier thing to do. Ugh. 20% at what, though? Because that was 20% in a min, and that did not work. 20% min with TH7 works out to minus 10% at 1-1. For me. Didn't really matter. Our opponent was really good anyway. I'm out here just hacking it up. So I can look back through my old tournament notes and I can tell exactly which ones I actually cared about and which ones I didn't. These were ones from the last tournament. So my adjustments based on the wind, as you can see for hole 1, plus 20 over x over 2, plus 20 x over 2, stuff like that, 1201. But that's kind of what it looks like at the end of a week that I actually care about, as opposed to a week where I don't care and it's just like ridiculous. I barely have any notes or anything, but plus 20 mid. Okay. Plus 20 mid. So yeah, I mean with a 7, Thor 7, it's just 1-1. And 1.2 to 1. I got one, or maybe 1.25. So maybe that's like slightly under 1-1, I believe, because it's 1.1, or no, 1.1 is 1.4 to min, 1-1 is plus 10, so that would be, 1.1, 1.1, 1.2, 1.4. Yeah, I was kind of going based on, I'm still trying to figure that one out. That hole sucks too. With like the slight headwind, you want to play the rough bump there anyway. But with like a slight headwind, I was playing it like that, like 1-1 minus 10%. But with a straight strong headwind like that, where you're adjusting way closer to your mid range anyway, then I probably should have over adjusted more than I did. Oh, we're just going to get a bunch of the same holes. Oh, at least this one we got a massive wind. I'm going to send it. Why wouldn't you send it? Come on. You were gifted this wind. You have to take advantage of it. When you're just going to smash it down that side, it doesn't make any sense. Come on. Go for the hole. Put it in. It's a gift wind. You have to. I don't know if I'm gonna have to try and look and see it, what it kind of looks like. I might try a Thor hook if it looks good for one of those. Oh yeah, it looks real good for that. Alrighty. See what that does. I have no idea, but it looks fun. It's going in the water. That came in real far to the left. Wow. Oh, jeez. Things going from bad to worse. That's all right. That's okay. That's kind of one of the things that happens when you stream is you got to take the good with the bad. And that was the bad. Obviously, it's not the first time that I've done something horribly stupid on stream, but whereas it used to kind of piss me off, now it just kind of rolls off. You know, once you don't have to worry about, you know what, I'm just going to try it again. Since we got another gift win, we're going to do it again. Nah, we're not. I'm just gonna play it straight. That'll probably go in the water again. No. Where does it end up? Pretty good. Should have done that the first time, I guess. That'll leave us a wedge for a shootout, at least. Caddy wind, baby. Caddy wind. Probably don't want to actually play a hook shot there. I'm really upset with the choices for Tour 11 that we have now. A, they took away Paris from me, and Paris was my jam. B, I don't get to smash hooks and slices nearly as often as I would like. That's my jam. Tour play hooks and slices are my jam, and they took them away from me. What? Good Lord. All right, we're just going to put that one behind us. Didn't deserve to go to a shootout anyway. Oh, jeez. But I can't believe I missed that wedge. That's crazy. Ugh. Let's see. I can't tell if this is a slight headwind or not from this angle our opponent's at. Let's see what we can do here. It's a Maple Bay hole, so I was just complaining about not hooking and slicing enough. I'm gonna hook this one too, because I want to. Because I don't get the chance to do it as much anymore because they took away my slicey holes. See, you can just do that, and that's fine, but it's boring. All left I can get. $20 minus 9.3, 10.8. 10.8. And it's just so much more fun. Why wouldn't you do that instead? I know it's completely pointless, but like I'm way further than he is. I'll have a good angle to the pin. I know that like I don't know. It's just fun. I don't know why I enjoy that so much, but I just do. Oh. Something I always preach. Play the game however you have fun. Play with apps, play without apps. Play with overlays, play without them. I don't care. However you enjoy playing it, play it that way. I enjoy smashing hooks and slices as often as I possibly can, so that's what I do. Even when it's dumb like this. I don't know why it's so humorous to me to just do shots like that, but I love it. I love it. Are we going in? Looks good. Hanging out to the right. Gave it a good look. I'm probably going to try and come in from left to right here since the angle is so extreme. Normally I would not, but this one offers a good opportunity to do so. I'm going to add 10% and divide by 2. So 10 and a half, 5 and a quarter rings. Bullshit. That was a perfect. That's bullshit. I'm just bad. Come on. We're going to turn it around right here. I said at the beginning of the stream, I've been real streaky for some reason. I haven't been playing as much, so I'm not winning as much. But once I get a few games, I usually get dialed in and then start a good winning streak. I don't usually have this nonsense where I'm just playing like absolute crap, where I'm putting balls out of bounds and missing wedges that are easy. But that's all right. Everything's fine. Who cares? It's all good. It's all good. I'm having a good time. I'm enjoying myself, and I appreciate you all being here watching me hack it up on this nonsense, and we get this bullshit hole. Oh, geez. At least I got the Thor 7 on this time instead of the APOC 7, so that's good. Okay, let's see. I'm going to play it as minus 5% 1-to-1, so probably taking off like 0.6, 0.7. We'll estimate it about that. Never taught. I've never once. I'm brand new. It's all. I don't really care for the new holes. Maybe I'll just bump up to 12. I'll relearn it and bump up there because what in the. See what I told you this earlier. This hole does weird things. Like it doesn't make sense sometimes. I cannot figure it out for the life of me at times. It's crazy. Absolutely crazy. All right, so taking off 0.6, it's 11.3. Since he's so far away, I am just going to eyeball this one. 11.3. Don't want to end up where he is, so I'm going to use a decent amount of curl too. Can we get a win, or did I mess it all up again somehow? No, we're going to win. If I lost that one, it would have been really bad, but that actually turned out pretty nice. Yeah. Yeah, APOC 5 is severely lacking in the backspin category. It's doable, but you just have to get real creative sometimes. Damien and I were actually talking about that. He was doing a Tour 11 stream last night, and we were talking. He had APOC 5, and he he reminded me that I maxed the game with an APOC 5. Dude, how did you do that? I'm like, I don't know. Tour 12, just whatever. So I only had APOC 5 on both of my accounts when I was grinding 12 regularly last time. So that's all I had. So I just adjusted and figured it out. You can do it. You just got to be creative. It's hard, and it's really annoying. You get what I call the equipment losses. What a absolute dog shit drive that was. Especially with newer accounts playing higher tours. If you don't have the upgrades, it's a little bit different. But it's just sometimes you'll just run into issues where it doesn't matter how creative you get. There's not going to be there's not going to be anything you can really do to either you get a long par 5 and can't reach in 2 no matter what, or you get a shootout where like you just have to try some crazy stuff and hope that your opponent messes up or something. I've been calling those equipment losses for a while. And again, when like you're first starting to start playing and you're building up your bankroll, you don't really have that. And it's very easy to lose all of your coins. Those can be particularly frustrating when you have 7.5 billion coins sitting there that you can't really do anything with. It changes your outlook considerably. So, oh jeez. Go min plus a quarter with some curl here. This green is so damn glitchy. Ten, 5, 3 rings. That was more than 3, but who cares? There's just so much going on this green that I've pretty much just given up on trying to run anything up to it and just like, whatever, I'll just dunk it. But with such an awful drive, I didn't even have a chance. There's no point in doing anything other than just sticking it up there, find a spot where it's safe to play it, and just laying it up there. And maybe hope to get lucky, but unlikely. What do you mean it was easier? What holes are on Tour 12 now? I don't even know. Was it Porthello still there? Is Drumore back on there? When I was playing it regularly, it was White Cliffs, Porthello, and what's that one? Greenock, I think. But then they switched to Drumore shortly after I was playing. I'd been grinding 12 for a little bit when they switched out Greenock for, I think it was Greenock, for Drumore. Or you mean it was just easier because of the level of competition? Yeah, that's something to take into consideration, more so than the challenge of the holes themselves. Yeah. But it was an APOC 5 on a free-to-play account as well, so. How do you like them apples? But no, I mean, unless you're really, really confident in your abilities, I would not be playing Tour 12 with anything lower than an APOC 6. Oh, interesting. We got another nonsense blind setup hole here. Okay. Stronger wind this time. We're already at 5. 9.5 plus 35%, 3. So 12. We're already at 5, so we'll go 7 to get us to 12. And this is I'm going to curl right a little to offset this. Secondary effect. Wasn't enough curl, though. Not too shabby, though. With a 13.5 mile an hour, like crazy crosswind like that, I'll take it. Drumore, Greenock, and Porthello are there now, so they took out White Cliffs. Good reminder for me to turn on Do Not Disturb. Okay. So, I mean, it's all holes that I'm familiar with. I don't know. Maybe I'll jump back up in there for the whole Hunters push next season, just so I'm getting 30 claim points a pop. But it just takes a while for me to jump back in there and try and remember how I used to play all these holes. It can be very discouraging as well, because you're playing for the most part against people who are just Tour 12 lifers and have been sitting there grinding that same tour in C100 clans since it came out, basically. Whenever that was, to 2.5 years ago now at this point, maybe. Oh, good shot from our opponent. Well, there goes our win streak of 1. Just hacking it up today. I'm probably going to do a couple more. I've been on for a little under an hour now. Probably go to the hour mark and then call it quits for the day. Had a lot of fun today, even though I've just been playing like a complete rookie. That's okay. They can't all be wonderful, perfect 10 win streaks on stream. I've had some streams like that where I've kicked off with like ridiculous win streaks before. I've had ones where I've come on and just played just horribly. You know, if you've played this game long enough, you have no doubt ran into those streaks yourself. It's, call it whatever you want. There's a lot that goes into it. There's mindset. There's other factors, and when the streaks do start going bad, it's easy to let them just take over and continue to drain you. So, nonetheless, I'm just going to carry on because whatever. 7.5 billion coins. There's no reason to just say whatever, you know. Who cares? Oh, in the trap. Excuse me. I'm going to lay up over on the left side here. We'll go 9 rings. I want to let that secondary effect actually kind of push it out further, because I'm going to probably more than likely going to have to be attacking this from the end of the second fairway and trying to smash it over onto the green. So I want to kind of have a better angle to come in from left to right. Got some nasty crosswind, so it'll just be a full curl shot, basically. Are you going to rough bump that? I'm not sure what he's trying to do. Rough bump rollout, I suppose. But that's kind of a risky shot. Ooh. Barely even clipped the rough. Kind of surprised. Let's see. 8.4 divided by 1.3. 6.4. So 4 rings of OP. Would rather be great right there to try and avoid the trap. And we did. That'll put the pressure on, but as you've seen today, wedges aren't guaranteed because I'm awful. This one should be guaranteed, but who knows. See what our opponent could do? Oh, he's tricky. It's in between clubs. I would actually probably play it further up and over to the left with some right spin on it. There's a nice little line if you go further up and apply like two right spin or so. There's a nice line. We use that one in tournament play fairly often. Looked over adjusted as well. That's a yeah. He realized it too. Yeah, massive over adjustment. Especially when you're pulling down into a trap, you have to under adjust it or push back up, and he didn't push back up nearly enough. Got some glitchy spots. I'm just going to pass all those up. A win! Hooray! We are still capable of getting a W. Just takes our opponent putting his drive in the trap on a par 5. You got it, Tot. You got it. No worries. Nothing to be scared of. Just strap on a win 5 wall, be a wanker, and give it a whirl. Here, I'll play with you. I'll do 12. Let's do 12. All right, hold on. I got to switch my... No, it's fine. I don't need to switch anything. Oh, wait. No, we're okay. All right. I'm going to switch this one to this, and then... Yeah. All right, let's do 12. Let's see what happens. Why not? We'll have fun with it. We'll do some 12 with Tot. I assume you already got an opponent. Yeah. We can't match up. Too bad we can't get an opponent at all. That's the other crazy thing about 12 is sometimes you can just spin forever. Let's see which C100 opponent I'll end up facing. Jeez, come on. Oh, nice. Catalyst. Sir Slice a lot. Not entirely. Most everyone plays over to the left here, or right rather. Sorry, especially with this kind of wind. I'm kind of surprised to see our opponent breaking out the Thor's hammer instead of the APOC, and B playing over to the left with this kind of wind. It's dangerous because you can roll out too far on the fairway. You can. With his pushback up there, I wouldn't be surprised if he caught the rough on the first bounce either. But no, it doesn't look like he will. The end of that first fairway. And stays in the fairway. Wow. Well done. Well done. Very nice. I'm not going to be doing that. All right, so 1-1. We're already at 5 because we want the landing point to be at the end of the white here. So 5-10, 13-3. Let's see. Should have a nice angle to get at the pin here. Not quite sure why you would play down here in this situation. I don't know. He's obviously playing a lot more Tour 12 than I have, but I mean, most folks play over on the right. I probably would have played up onto the shelf right past that, but who knows? Not a bad look at it. Probably will be closer than I'm going to get because I'm playing with a more severe crosswind from the angle I'm going to be attacking this. Almost a straight crosswind. Let's see. I'm going to go no offset and just play it at a max. So 6.1. See what that does. Oops. I can't believe it went that far. That came in so hot. I must have adjusted to a higher elevation with my target there. Doesn't make much sense that it went that far past the hole when... I don't know. Who knows why things happen. I'm sure there's a logical reason for it, and it was my fault, but it didn't seem to make a whole lot of sense. We will see what happens. This is an individual that I have played quite often, usually in Tour 11, but obviously he's jumped back up to Tour 12, so... Okay, let's see what we got. Oh, straight. Headwind. Okay, let's say 1-to-1 minus 10%, shall we? Oh, let's start our adjustment and see how far it goes. It might just be 1-to-1 in the end. Yeah, 1-to-1, plus 20. Just a couple of beans. A couple of beans. Fully expect to lose, but who knows? Just a little too much curl there. Let's see. Might be playing the bounce over shot here. Yeah. Line up like a Min Thor's hammer, rather. The tricky thing here is with the secondary effect, going to contract that ball guide line. You might catch that rough with the second bounce. So probably plus 20 at a max, I would say. I don't know. I'd go like 11 rings. See what he ends up at. No idea. But we will see. Fingers crossed that I get lucky, right? Better be lucky than good sometimes. Oh, that looks good. That looks real good. Gonna take a look at that one. Well, that was fun. All right. Appreciate everybody being here. Thanks. Little power hour. Showed the tournament chess off. Had a lot of fun talking with everybody in the chat. Appreciate you all being here. Thanks for spending some time with me playing this stupid finger golf game that we all love so much. I will see you all around the rest of the streams. Enjoy the rest of your week. I'll probably be back on, I don't know, sometime. Probably not the best thing to drive people to your channel to just say, I don't know, I'll be back on sometime. But thanks again, and I will see you later.